What's up, Jesse? What's going on?
Not much, my man. How are you?
Here with Jesse Cruz today on a Monday. Big time speaker man right here that owns Merge Worldwide. He does speaking on stages, puts on events. What's up with you today?
Just excited, man. Just got done with a good workout. Now getting my mind right to spend some time with you and your audience.
What you do? You go to the gym workout or you work out at home?
I go to a gym.
Yeah, they just opened one by us called Crunch Fitness or something like that. Yeah, you got to pick a time to go because if not, you got your little teeny boppers, and you got the more teeny boppers that wear like shirts that they cut off so much of the shirt they only have like I'm gonna come up with a clothing line with one string in the middle of it. They'll buy the hell out of it because they cut off so much of these shirts that they buy. It's like, why even got a shirt on, dude? But like between 3 and 6 o'clock, it's like, Monday's chest. Everybody's doing chest. It's like, dude, I need to switch it up a little bit.
All right.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I feel so much better when I do workout. I can tell you that much, man. It's like a world of difference. Mindset, especially, it gets me.
Definitely.
So, okay, I got a couple questions for you. Let's start it out. We're gonna talk about mindset, obviously, but when it comes to the speaker's world, what mindset do people need to have?
Well, first they got to have belief that they have a message that matters, and then people are willing to listen. So a lot of times speakers get caught up in not believing in themselves. And if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So that's the very first thing.
And okay, so you believe in yourself. That's easier said than done, right?
Yeah, that's why it's important to take action, because if the person doesn't take action, it's harder for them to believe in themselves. If this person makes excuses, it's harder to believe in yourself. So it's like taking aligned action, even when there's all these obstacles in your way, it's still taking action anyways. That helps the person have stronger belief by taking that aligned action, no matter the circumstance.
Let's say this. All right, let's say that the thing that's standing in the way is money, which is a big thing in everybody's way. How does somebody pass that threshold of money when money keeps getting in their way? So how do they get past? If the money's not there, how do they get past that hump?
Well, typically that comes down to beliefs around money. Typically, we have inherited poverty beliefs from our parents. They may have loved us, maybe they didn't, but they didn't know any better. And so they pass down poverty mindsets. And so typically people believe certain lies about money. Money is evil, money is bad, rich people are evil, rich people are bad. So you have to learn to rewire what you believe around money, because money is just an exchange of value. It's energy that you transfer from your skills and your value exchange for money. And so money is not something that's bad or it's evil. It actually has the power and capacity to improve the quality of someone's life. And so if they have a healthier relationship with money, it's easier for them to get that money and then multiply that money.
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here. So let's just say, okay, you had this great mindset of money and everything like that, but somebody tries to, let's say they're trying to be a coach or they're trying to do marketing, but every time they try to, it's this fee, it's this fee, it's this fee, it's this cost. Even though they're having a good mindset with money and all that stuff, that obstacle keeps coming at them. Where, okay, so it costs this much, so it costs this much, and they don't have that money to spend on that. How do you get past it?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that everybody has access to some sort of funding. So I look at people like, typically if someone owns a home, so let's say the home is $100,000, right? So that's a fairly inexpensive home. But let's say the home is $100,000,
yeah, tiny
right?
home.
So the home is $100,000. I would say over 99% of people in the world aren't buying a home $100,000 cash. They're just not doing that, right? So if you look at the price tag, oh, that home is $100,000. I don't have $100,000, right? Or the car is $50,000. I just can't give the dealership $50,000. However, if I'm willing to be flexible and funding options and sources to spread it out over time, all of a sudden I can buy a $100,000 home. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden I can buy a $50,000 car, if that's what you want, right? I'm not saying everyone should do that, but if that's what you feel like you want or need to do. So for me, it's like, it's a matter of priority, because if someone came up to you or to me and they had like $1 million Bugatti, Okay, really like one of the best cars in the world. And they said it's $10,000 and it's brand new and there's nothing wrong with it and it's yours. We would do whatever it takes to find a way to get $10,000, even if we had $0 in our bank account. We'd figure it
Right.
out because we see the value of that. And so we would
Mhm.
figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, because the same thing. I don't know if you've ever heard that. The guy says, "Okay, look, I got $100 million check right here, but you got to go to the other side of the world and get it. You got 2 days to get it. I don't care if you got the money. You gonna figure out how to get it. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I'm gonna go and say, look, you want to lend me some money? Get over there. I need the money. I'll pay you back. Look, this is what I'm getting." I think that's a big mindset everybody has these days. Though is how to get on stages, how to do this, how to do that, and it all comes down to money. They think it's money, 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 money. Which a lot of these stages are. Yeah, some of these people are trying to start out too big. I understand that. They're trying to go to Tony Robbins right off the bat. It's like, come on, dude, get out, get real. But I think a lot of people have that mindset of money's. They don't even try because they think money's going to stop them.
Yeah. Oh, they create barriers before they even start. So that's you're self-sabotaging your own success by already coming up with a stack of excuses as to why it'll never work.
Now, okay, so somebody wants to get on. Let's say somebody speaks amazing. They have a good story. How does somebody go about getting to that point of where they feel comfortable getting on stages?
Well, first it comes down to practicing, like getting in the right reps. So a lot of times people are like, hey, I want to speak on stage, and it can be intimidating because they haven't put in the reps, they haven't put in the practice, they haven't worked with like a speaking coach who can help them craft their talk in a way that is compelling and they can communicate it confidently on stage, right? So like when I'm working with my clients, like I'm not just going to have them go get on a stage without practicing with me, because if they practice with me, we can rearrange their talk in a way that gives them confidence when they present on stage. And so a lot of times people they just try to jump on the stage without getting in the right reps and feedback. And so, feedback is important no matter what industry you're in. But in speaking, having someone that you can share your presentation with and they can say, hey, this sounds great here. What if we move this over here? What if we took that out and moved it to the end? How about we put this in the beginning? All those little things will make someone a more impactful speaker, and then they'll have more confidence to get on stage.
Now I see a lot lately. So some of these summits I go to, I know you're supposed to your stories what makes you what makes you talk. I understand that. But some of these people like they're so in depth of their story. It's like they're not really speaking about something. They're speaking about their story and speaking about what they went through. But then it's like by the time they get done, it's like, well, what are you teaching us? I noticed that a lot lately. So I was like, but then some places like some summits I go to, they give you like a guideline they want you to go by. But aren't you supposed to like keep with your story? I mean, you're supposed to keep with your talk, keep with your talk, and then it's like lately I've been getting to these ones. It's like completely up. Here's a guideline. Like, man, it's completely different than what it normally is. Is that normal?
Yeah, I mean that's going to depend on whose event it is, who's in the audience, what their expectation is,
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that well put together talk has a blend of storytelling with teaching.
Mm-hmm.
If it's all teaching, there's no emotional connection to the audience. If it's all storytelling, the audience isn't really getting new knowledge and information the way that they would hope. So if you want to hit the heart and hit the head, it's going to be a combination of telling compelling stories and then teaching a specific process or steps that can help solve a specific problem for the audience.
Okay, so biggest question is people ask is, should you pay for a stage? Should you not? Should you pay big for a stage? Should you not? Should you?
I mean, I've done both. Like there's been stages where I've spoke for free. There's been stages that paid me, and there's been stages I paid to speak on. And I have found tremendous value in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
So,
really going to depend on the goal and the outcome of you're looking to achieve. So if you're speaking on that stage and you get the opportunity to, get professional media done, it's in front of your ideal audience, you can maybe make some money from it. Then yeah, I mean, pay for the stage. And so if that's not your thing and you don't have a product or a service to sell, or you want to offer, or you're not getting any media, maybe look to speak for free, or get a speaker fee up front. It really depends. Like I know plenty of speakers who they only want a speaker fee, nothing else. And then I talked to other speakers who are like, hey, I'll pay whatever it takes to get on stage because I'm going to make way more money in the back end selling a product or service. So it's really the preference of the speaker.
Yeah, I find that too. Because I mean, I guess I keep seeing them. It's like some of them cost like through the roof, some of them not. Some of them like speak on this podcast. I'm like, look, mind your podcast, you should do them all the time to get yourself out there.
Yeah, that's what comes down to earlier, getting on those reps, like getting on a stage. This is a stage, right? Virtually. So just continuously, getting in front of people and practicing your message.
So okay, so tell me something like that you find sometimes as yourself that struggle, if anything, daily, that you have to make sure you keep in check with your mindset, like something that you veer off from or get distracted.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone does. I mean, I think it comes down to gratitudes. I look at how far I've come, but then the struggle is I look at how far I want to go. Like I want to be up here in life, but I'm only right here. And so if we focus on where we're trying to be so much, we forget about the progress we made because this time last year I was only down here. But this time this year I'm only right here. And rather than looking at how far I've come from last year to this year, I look about from this year to next year. And then I look up to next year, not with anticipation, but with anxiety and fear and worry because I'm not there yet. And so that's something I have to remind myself, just be grateful for the moment, understand that I have accomplished some great things. Yes, there's more to accomplish. There's more to do, but I've come a long way.
Yeah, see, I have the same problem. Like I run into walls and it's like, man, well, I'll veer off and I'm like, I got this and this to do. But it seems like on weekends come along, it's like weekends. It's like, all right, I got this list to do. By the time Sunday's here, I'm like, man, I ain't did nothing. What the hell did I do all weekend? It's like stay on that path, but it's like hard to get on that path. Sometimes it's just you get so veered off. Now, okay, so once you get to that point up here, do you think once you get there, you're gonna keep on setting more goals up higher?
Yeah, I think goals are something that you grow into. And so, once you get to a certain goal and you grow into becoming a person, then there's always a next level. But I think the problem is that we forget to be thankful for each level along the way.
Mm-hmm.
We want to skip steps, right? We want to get to the mountaintop on the first step of the hike. That's just not how it works. Like we want the beautiful views of the mountaintop as soon as we step on the trail, and that's just not realistic.
And I think it's because a lot of it too. They got all these. They looking on social media and all that. They see all the gurus saying, "Oh, look, you can have this Lamborghini," but they fail to tell you how long what it took them to get that Lamborghini.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I
say,
call it. I
guarantee
call it the like we live in a microwave world. Like you just press 30 seconds, boom, meal's done. Everything's perfect. And life is really more like a crock pot. It takes a little while to marinate, to warm up, to grow, to taste well, to get the end product. Right? We just want microwave results where you just press a button instantly and poof, it's done. And it's just not how it works.
I mean, the next generation doesn't know what the Jetsons are, but nowadays we're supposed to be already be able to put like a little pill in the microwave and go boop, meal. So far behind, but it is again. People believe this social media stuff. It's so like, I guarantee you that I'll get you here, here, and here, and here. You better go read that guarantee because that guarantee on the bottom of the Liberty Fine Print says if you don't do this, this, and this, sorry. But people have that mindset. They see that Lamborghini, they see that big house, and they're like, oh, I could have that. He's guaranteeing me it. No. I think that's the biggest thing people their mindset is so like those donkey things that they blinded. They just see the big picture at the end, like you said. I've never heard it say that the microwave thing. I like that crock pot microwave. It's a pretty good one. So all right, so let's see what else other question I got. I don't know. We pretty much talked about everything. Just tell us about you. Tell us about your mind. Tell us about everything going on with you, with mindset or just anything. Talk about regular everyday life. What's going on with y'all? Where you live at again?
Rochester, New York.
It's pretty cool. You're way up there.
Way up here. Yeah, we're actually we're getting ready for an event here in a few days. My wife has her international book launch on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, so we're doing that event here in a few days. So excited about that.
You do that speak off thing, huh? What is it? In Canada, you do it right there at Niagara Falls or whatever.
Yeah. So we have a couple events, but we have our Mike Story speaker competition. that we're doing. We run that every year, and so that's an incredible 2 day event for entrepreneurs, authors, speakers, coaches, and business owners to generate more impact and more visibility and credibility into their business, help them generate leads through speaking on stages. And so that's our favorite event of the year.
That's just would they come there and compete, right? You get to speak a couple times or whatever.
Yeah, that's where you get to speak multiple times on stage, right? So you get more reps in, more practice. Then you get all your feedback from our panel of judges. You get speaker coaching before the event, training at the event. We do all your professional media, give you some testimonials. So it gives you the opportunity to give everything that you'll need to launch and expand your speaking career.
When is this?
October 10th and 11th.
When is the other events that you have?
What's that?
What is the other events that you have?
Yep. So we have our women's conference. We have our book launch this week. That's going to be on a cruise ship. My wife has her women's conference in August, and then we have our speaker competition in October for this year.
It's pretty big over there, isn't it? The speaker competition, the speak off thing.
I mean, it's great, man. It's a lot of fun. We attract a lot of amazing people in the room, and it's a great experience for the speakers to grow and network and get more, leads into their business through speaking on stages.
It's in the United States or it's in Canada?
This is in the United States. Okay. Yep, this will be in right outside of Rochester, New York.
Is the weather's good up there right now? Cold?
I mean, it's going to be. I mean, it's in the 60s today. It's going to be in the 70s tomorrow. So it kind of warmed up really quick, randomly. So
crazy. My girlfriend actually could come up there.
Yeah,
she's there. Right, I think she's there right now with her mom. I think she comes home tomorrow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Other than that, what you think about? Let's talk about a little bit like what's going on in the world today. What you think? Think it's good or bad?
As far as what?
The whole shift of leadership. Think it's gonna be a positive thing, or you think it's been negative so far?
I mean, ultimately, I think that no matter who is in leadership in our country, I truly believe we have to do our part in our own home first. And I think sometimes people put a big emphasis about what goes on in other people's houses and not their own house. And for me, it's like I've never really been so concerned, like with who's leading. I know that I still have to lead my family and my business, regardless of who's making rules and passing laws. I just know I got to stay true to who I'm called to be, no matter what.
It's just crazy. Like it's one person completely. How much it's just everything changes. It's crazy. United States, it's like the world changes. One person gets elected.
Yeah, for sure.
And people need some mindset. I can tell you that. Stuff you see on the news, it's like, golly, don't you work? What are you doing? All you gotta do is protest.
All right.
Anybody? I mean, when do you work? When do you go to work? When do you have a job? I mean, out there posting all day long. How are you making money?
That's funny.
It's like some of the stuff you see. It's just, man, you get so wrapped up in it. You're just into it. Everything part of their life, they just let it just like. And I noticed that a lot lately. They're just letting it control their mood, their emotions, it's crazy. It's pretty nuts. That's one thing that, boy, you get into politics. You got to watch it, huh? Politics, stuff like that. It's like, oh, no. We're not going to get into that too much.
Right.
You got any tips for anybody? Like, okay, so any kind of tips you got for somebody to get on stage, if they want to speak, if they want to start pushing forward, steps they need to take?
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people like, hey, I don't know where to look on stages. I don't know how to find the stages. And I say, well, because, we live in this era of technology. If you have a phone, you have a stage. You could take your phone out, you can hit that record button, and you can broadcast your content to your social media platforms. That could be hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands or more that you have in your network on social media. And sorry, I cut out. There really is no excuse as to why you can't create a stage immediately and start making more impact. If you have a phone, you have a stage. So start taking your phone out, recording, and make your presentations.
Now, is there like so when they doing content and stuff like that, should there be a certain thing that they trying to stick to? Like, should they stick to like what they know? Should they be giving value? Should they be giving?
Yeah, I mean, I always think that when you're speaking, I think that you got to provide some sort of value in some capacity. And so, if you can teach them maybe at least one thing, that's really important. So you want your audience to leave with at least one nugget of wisdom, one win that you can help get them to help them be more successful.
See, that's the same thing I say, but you have these people that have this mindset of, I can't just give away if I give it away, then why would they hire me? If I just give away content that's giving away value, why would they hire me?
Yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of people say that. I will say every time that I give, it usually leads to more opportunity. So, I think that it's important for people to give away, just give away stuff, just serve and provide value. And eventually, if you give away enough great free content of some capacity, eventually, people will want to hire you because you have served them in some way.
Oh yeah, I feel the same way. It's like, well, if you're not giving them, how you expect for them to get to know you if you're not giving them anything? You're just sitting there. And the biggest thing lately too is people use it, and you can tell who it is. You can tell exactly if it's AI or not. It's so written out AI. It's like, look, you got to go in there and look at it before you hit send or before it automatically sends it. Because I think people are going to get used to that AI. It's going to just be AI all the way across. It's not going to catch anybody's attention.
Right. Exactly.
That's like getting on a stage with an AI speech.
Exactly.
Hold on, let me get ChatGPT out and then talk about it. Why even get up there? I'm gonna just put your phone up there with a speaker on it.
Right. Pretty much.
All right, so tell us about your company. Tell us how to get in touch with you. I'm gonna post everything in the comments too, and on the once we're done with this on the cord on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, people can just reach us on our website, www.mergeworldwide.com. Send us a message there. We'll see what we can do to help you with getting on stages.
So if you speak and want to get on stages, it's the man to get in touch with, especially if you want to do the speaker competition. All right, Jesse, don't log off. It's going to just stop recording, but don't log off. And have a good day.